Lieutenant General DS Hooda now. General Hooda, let's talk about the Tianjin Declaration. How many steps have we moved ahead, and how do you look at the declaration vis-a-vis counter-terrorism and India's stand?
So, Mani, let me first talk about, the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping. And I think there are some important elements there too. The first, both countries, the way they framed it is that we are not rivals, but partners. Both sides have agreed to maintain peace and tranquility. I think people-to-people contacts are going to now improve. We already started the Kailash-Mansarovar Yatra, direct flights. There is mention of, in both statements, of the pursuit of strategic autonomy. So I think, relations that was strained after 2020 have started showing some kind of reset after the two leaders met last year in October. So I think this is a step forward and bodes well for both the countries, two giant rising powers in Asia. Can't be sort of in a conflict with each other. So I think it bodes well as far as the future relations of India and China go. There are, of course, challenges, and I think some of them are also reflected in the statements by the two sides, where India has talked about peace and tranquility, important for development of bilateral relations, while the Chinese statement says that the border issue should not become a defining feature for overall relations. So we do see some minor sort of differences, which will take time to resolve. But overall, I think it's a good step. On the statement that has been issued by the SCO, I think India's stance and it was being watched whether issues of terrorism are going to find mention in that, and directly the Pahelgam terror attack has found mention. They've talked about bringing the perpetrators of terrorism to justice. So I think India could be satisfied, with the final outcome of the SCO meeting.
Okay, General Hooda, there are skeptics, and there have been multiple instances of betrayal with whenever India has had or tried to reset ties with China. After every meeting, there has been a Doklam or a Galwan. At the same time, there is certainly that sense, and the question that is being repeatedly asked here in India is, how far can China be trusted?
Okay, so let me just take the first step and, how far can we trust China? Look, I don't think we should ignore that there are challenges in this relationship, major challenges. We have a completely unsettled border that is, we've not been able to find a clear solution to that problem. We have seen an element of economic coercion from the Chinese side when they put unsaid sanctions on, items like rare earth magnets, agriculture, etc. There is this, if I could use the word, strategic rivalry in South Asia, where China has made significant sort of inroads. So there are challenges to this relationship, Maria, and I'm not saying we should ignore those challenges. At the same time, should we remain in a sort of a hostile attitude with a neighboring country with whom we are trading a lot, as I said, with whom there is an unsettled border that needs resolution? So while not discounting the challenges, I don't think we should take it as a negative that there is a reset in bilateral relations which were actually damaged after 2020. So I would see it as a positive step, and look ahead and see how we can manage these challenges. On the issue of Pakistan finding mention, well, look, the fundamental nature of the SCO when it was created was sort of counterterrorism, and it would therefore whatever attacks are taking place also in Pakistan finding mention. I think we should look at our own sort of interests and what we needed to do to ensure that our voice finds place and mention in the SCO statement. I think look at that more sort of in a more focused manner rather than looking at what could be considered sort of the negative side. Why has Pakistan found mention also in that? So that's the approach that I would sort of suggest that we take.
All right. When you speak about India, China, General Hooda, will you call this a reset or some kind of rearrangement? How would you define it?
So, Banya, I would say this is a gradual thaw in relations, because relations really had broken down after 2020. So I see it as a part of a gradual thaw which started in October. We've had a series of meetings between other political leaders, foreign ministers on both sides, the NSA meeting, foreign minister of China on boundary issues. We've had a series of WMCC meetings, which are looking at new ways to bring greater tranquility on the line of actual control. So as I said, I would use the word, it's a gradual thaw. It's not a grand reconciliation by any standards. I spoke to you, Maria, about the kind of challenges that are there, and these are very significant challenges which could put future strain on India-China ties. Uh, so a gradual thaw is what I would say it is.